Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So we are officially done with all of the learning for the year. No new lessons from here on out. A few minor little things here and there I might teach you, but everything else is going to be review. So today starts our first day of our review. And I'm going to give you review quizzes, review take-homes, and then I'll probably even give you my own review final towards the end of the year. So everything we've doing will all be review. So it shouldn't be too bad. All right, so make sure you have a calculator and you are ready to go. Again, all of this can be found on my website. All right, first review question. Simplify the expression below as much as possible. So this basically is just working with our exponent rules. Remember, when you divide, you keep the base and you subtract those exponents. So 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, and I bring down 4 to the 0. And then you learn that anything to the power of 0 is always 1. And just in case you forget, you put in the calculator just how I did that. So 3 to the 0 is 1, 4 to the 0 is 1, and 1 times 1 is 1. So normally how I do my review is we'll do a question together and then we'll write down the notes so that you can look back and you know exactly how to do it when you go to study or do your homework. So here are the steps. So divide the bases by subtracting the exponents. Okay, that's what we did there. We subtracted 5 minus 5 to get 0. And then I'll just write down anything to the power of 0 is 1. All right, next question. We want to write this in scientific notation. So basically, I'm just going to write down the steps for the calculator because just as long as you put in the calculator, I'm okay with it. So 68,700,000. So make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to press your seconds, and then you want to press your DRG and move over to SCI. Okay, and then press enter, and that'll give us an answer, 6.87 times 10 to the 7th. So 6.87 times 10 to the 7th. So basically, I'm just going to write down your calculator steps. So we did second, DRG, and then we moved over to SCI. Okay, so second, DRG, and we move over to SCI. Again, just to put it back to normal, second, DRG, move over to flow. All right, and also you'll know that this is a large exponent or a large number equals positive exponent. Large number, positive exponent. All right, next one. So we already did anything to the power of 0 is 1. We did that from above. All right, so negative exponents. So I had taught you that you're not allowed to have negative exponents. And what you had to do is you had to make a fraction. And the fraction was always 1 on the top. And you took that base and you brought this down, the exponent, and you made it a positive. Okay, so now we have 1 over, well, 4 to the second is 16. And 1 plus 1 over 16, 1 plus 1 ABC 16 is 1 and 1/16. Okay, 1 and 1/16. Okay, so remember you definitely can use a different button on the calculator to help you out with this. You could do the second PRB. So put numbers into calc and press second PRB. All right, so let's see. So you could do it in the calculator way. So 4 caret 0 plus 4 caret negative 2. Okay, your negative button is down here. Okay, this is your caret button. Okay, I feel like all right, can we see that? Okay, good. Press enter, and you will notice that I got a decimal where my final answer was a fraction. This is where the second PRB comes into play. So second PRB, and it gives you 1 and 1/16 because that's what your answer will be when I test you on this, 1 and 1/16. All right, next question, scientific notation. What is the sum of the following two? So first of all, you have to know what sum means, and sum means to add. And then you have to remember, when we do this in the calculator, I taught you have to use parentheses. If you do not use parentheses, the question could be wrong. Okay, so you are allowed to just use your calculator, but make sure that you put it in parentheses. And again, notice scientific notation. All right, so open parentheses, that's right above the 8s. And then we're going to do 3.4 times 10 to the negative 8, close parentheses, plus, because it says sum, open parentheses, 7.6 times 10 to the negative 9th power. Okay, now again, it's not in scientific notation, so you're going to press that second DRG, and you'll move over, and you get 4.16 times 10 to the negative 8. 4.16 times 10 to the negative 8. Okay, so let's write our notes. So first of all, we have to know that sum means to add. We have to make sure that we use the parentheses when plugging into the calc. Plugging into the calculator. And then remember that second DRG. And move over to SCI. And SCI will get you your scientific number. All right, next one. You can also see too, by the way, that each day, like again, today's day 1, all of the topics will kind of be grouped. So you can see a lot of exponents and a lot of scientific notation in here. All right, standard form. So again, you can use your calculator, which is nice. 5.557 times 10 to the caret 9. This is definitely not in scientific notation. In standard form, excuse me. So you want to press second DRG and go back to flow. Second DRG, go back to flow. And that's a lot of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you have 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. Okay. So basically, I'm going to write down the steps for the calculator, second DRG, and then move back over to flow. Now, if you are already in regular standard form, when you just plug that in, 5.557 times 10 to the 9th, it will automatically give you this. You don't have to do any work. Okay, if you want to do it by hand, remember this is positive, so positive means move right. Okay, positive means move to the right. Okay, next page. All right, we got another standard form. Now here's the opposite. This one is negative, so this one you're going to move left. Okay, move the decimal left if you're going to do it by hand. If not, simply put it into the calculator. So 4.4 times 10 caret negative 3, and it will give you a decimal, which it should. So 0.0044. And again, if you're second DRG and move over to flow if you're not already in it. All right, hopefully this has not been too bad so far. All right, next one. So we did this on question number 1. We're dividing. What do we do when we divide? We subtract. So now why is this one a little more difficult? Because of this right here. If you notice, there's no number there. So what number do we put there? What number do we assume is there? That would be 1. So 6 minus 1, or excuse me, 6 to the 7 minus 1, and 7 minus 1 is 6. Unfortunately, there's no real way to do that in the calculator. You have to just know the rule. So subtract the exponents, and you want to keep the base the same. So keep that base, subtract the exponents. All right, number 8. Now we're multiplying. What is the rule when you multiply? And that means you add. And again, this is tricky because if you notice, just like the one above, there's no number there. So you have to assume that it is a 1. So 10 plus 1 plus negative 4. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. So 5 to the 7. And you want to, by the way, keep these in exponential form, okay, with the exponents. So you want to add the exponents, keep the base the same. Again, this is review of the year, day 1. You know how to do this because you've learned everything already. All right, scientific notation. So 0 points. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, make sure you have 6 zeros. 3, 5. What buttons do you press? Second DRG, move over to SCI, and 3.5 times 10 to the negative 7. And that should make sense. You should have a negative exponent because you have a small number. So small number, or like a decimal, equals negative exponent. And that answer was 3.5 times 10 to the negative 7. So I'm just going to write our calculator, second DRG, and move over, nope, wrong way, sorry, move over to SCI. Okay, so at this point, what I would normally do in class is have you try it completely by yourself. So I'd like you to try. I'd like you to stop the video, try the next couple of questions. What you will see is they are the exact same questions as what we just did. So what does that mean? Question number 10, the first of the now you try, is the first one that we did with you together, number 1. Number 2, right, this is our number 11 for the now you try. So the second one of the now you try is exactly the same as the second in the classwork, and then so on and so forth. So use your notes. It's the same exact question. Repetition is the best way to do math. Repetition is a great learning tool. So use these notes to help you. And then when you're done, unpause the video and see if you got your answers right. All right, number 10. So you see the bases are the same. So you want to subtract your exponents. So 4 minus 4 is 0. So 9 to the 0 times 6 to the 0. That should be 1 times 1 or 1. So number 10, you should have gotten 1. Okay, when you put this in scientific notation, you press, again, second DRG, move over to psi, and you should have gotten 4.557 times 10 to the 8th. And again, just put 4.557 in your calculator, and it will give you that answer. Hopefully you are 2 for 2. Okay, number 12. Number 12. Okay, so anything to the power of 0 is always 1. And then negative exponents are no good. Remember, you cannot have the negative exponent. So it's 1 on the top because you want to convert it to a fraction. 10 on the bottom, and then a positive exponent of 2, which is 1 over 1 to 100th, which is 1 and 1 over 100. Now, this one you don't have to show me work. Okay, if I didn't say that before, I apologize. Let me first get out of scientific. 10 plus 10 to the negative second is a decimal. Just press second PRB, and it'll turn it into that fraction for you. So 10, wait, I think I messed up. Sorry. Let's try that again. So 10 to the 0 plus 10 to the negative second is 1.01. Second PRB, and that's going to give you 1 and 1 over 100. I think it should work all the time. There's going to be only one time where it wouldn't work. You'd have to be able to do it by hand. Okay, number 13. Again, sum means to add. So the most important thing is that you put these in parentheses when you're putting them in your calculator. Okay, so you get 6.2 times 10 to the negative 5th plus 5.6 times 10 to the negative 6, all in the calculator. And you want this to be in scientific notation, so you should be comfortable with your second DRG. And you should have gotten 6.76 times 10 to the negative 5th. Okay, standard form, 7.43 times 10 caret 7. Second DRG, back to flow. Okay, so this is your second DRG and then psi, and this is your second DRG and your flow. So you should have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 74,300,000. Okay, another standard form, 6.5 times 10 to the negative 6. Again, notice positive exponent gets me really big number, negative exponent, really small number. Second DRG and flow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so hopefully you got this number. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. 16, when you divide, subtract the exponents. Remember, there's an imaginary 1 here. So 3 minus 1 is 2, 9 to the second. When you multiply, you add. Remember, there's an imaginary 1 there. So keep the base the same. And you should get 12 plus 1 is 13. 13 minus 6 is 7. Keep the base. This one, you subtract the exponents. And this one, you add the exponents. All right, last one, scientific notation. 2.8 times 10 to the negative 6 should be your answer. Put that right in the calculator. 1, 2, 3. Second DRG, and you get your answer. 2.8 times 10 to the negative 6. All right, hopefully you did okay with these on day 1. So now you want to do your homework. When you do your homework, you're going to notice it's the same exact questions again. It's that same number 1, it's that same number 2, same number 3, same number 4. So again, repetition is the best way to learn all of this. So These questions are going to be the same ones over and over. So it's the same, how many did I teach you today? We did 9. So it's the same 9 questions once and the same 9 questions again. All right, so when you're done, don't forget to post it on Google Classroom. And have any questions, please reach out to me. Have a great day.